Han-Shan. Elder Master Han-Shan, Te Chi-ing. He was one of the 3 dragon elephants, or most illustrious monks, during the final years of the Ming Dynasty. I have the hiccups, sorry. An age of corruption, internal oppression, and external weakness. Originally trained in the Zen and Sutra Studies School. I think I'm there in that Sutra Studies School. He came to excel in other traditions as well, achieving great renown as a teacher and exponent of the Avatamsaka Sutra, which is really beautiful, wild. He is particularly credited with reviving the Zen school in China. Born to a humble family, he came to mingle with the greatest political figures of China. Through his acquaintance with the Empress. This master-disciple relationship led to his own imprisonment, banishment, and laicization. Only toward the end of his life was he rehabilitated. In the following excerpts from his sermons and writings, Master Han-Shan recommends the dual practice of Pure Land and Zen, emphasizing self-cultivation and personal effort. Readers unfamiliar with the Pure Land school should go to the appendix, but that doesn't matter. So, I want to share you where to go. Okay, here. The important doctrines of Pure Land and Zen. Those who engage in the dual practice of Buddha recitation and Zen should take the name of Amitabha Buddha as a meditation point. During Buddha recitation, you should ask, who is it that recites the Buddha's name? If you ask again and again, there will come a time when all false thoughts suddenly cease. No such thoughts can arise, or if they do, they will be quickly suppressed. You will have only a single clear thought, like a bright sun in the sky, and never engender false thought. The confused mind will reign no more. Rather, you will experience stillness and awareness. The great master, Young Chia, said, "Stillness with awareness is right, but stillness without mindfulness, awareness, is wrong. Awareness with stillness is right, but awareness with confused thinking, muddled mindfulness, is wrong." If stillness does not lead to confusion and lack of mindfulness and awareness, and awareness does not lead to confused thinking, then awareness and stillness will flow together. You let go of both sinking and floating until not a single thought arises in mind, not of past, present, or future. Then, suddenly, the pitch blackness cracks, and you see your original face. Body, mind, and world are immediately at peace. Then the flowers in the sky, i.e., this illusory world, disappear, and everything in the 10 directions is bright because a great light is shining everywhere. When you arrive at this stage, this complete brightness is always present in your daily life, and you will no longer have any doubts. You will believe your own mind, which is intrinsically thus. Then you are no different from the Buddhas and patriarchs. When you reach this level, you will no longer grasp at emptiness. If you grasp at emptiness, you will fall into the evil of heterodox views. Nor will you grasp at emptiness or at the wonderful. Nor will you grasp at existence or at the wonderful. If you grasp at existence, you will also fall into evil ways. These are the two, eternalism and nihilism, which are discussed in many teachings of the Buddha. If during practice you find some realm appearing in the mind, watch out, kitty. Then the realm, you must not grasp at it, but just let it be. Then the realm will vanish. You should neither fear evil realms, nor take delight in auspicious realms when they appear, for this is the action of demons. I guess demons has a term with a specific meaning that is in the glossary. I don't know if I would call it a demon. It might be a cultural thing. A practitioner should understand that these realms come from his own mind and not from outside. You must understand that our minds are intrinsically clean and pure, without a single thought, neither confused nor enlightened. We belong neither to the world, nor to the realm of the holy, nor to any other realm. But, because we are at present confused, we must practice to reduce ignorance and bad habits. If anyone could open up his own mind, originally bright, all-encompassing, clean and pure, that would be wonderful suchness. Ta-ta-ta. And there would be no need for practice. However, because today's cultivators have not yet seen their self-nature, their mind, they must practice diligently in order to reach the highest stage and end the cycle of birth and death. So here we hear of self-nature, and to those of you who are used to hearing about anatman or anatta, which is no self, I'm not exactly sure how all this works. I know here's a Mahayana and Theravada disagreement, maybe. Maybe we don't understand each other well enough. But in the Lankavatara Sutra, we hear about these three svabhavas, these three kinds of existence or self-being, self-nature. The first is initial discrimination. We believe, we have this idea that this is a thing, or there's a person. It's the initial discrimination. And then the next is the discrimination of relations. So it's a higher abstraction. We see how things work. And then there is the third, which is like supreme, correct vision of self-nature, which is emptiness. So it's ultimately impossible to bring into the discriminative mind and define with clarity. It is to be experienced by the wise. And through continuous practice across many cultures and a long time, a lot of the same masters have come to the same conclusions. In Buddhism, we're not really supposed to take anything on somebody else's word. We're to verify it. Like ehipasiko, or I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it means come see. So we hear these teachings, we get these maps, and then we go see. It's not like in the Abrahamic traditions where we have this angry God who is the foundation of morality, who tells us what to do. And Nietzsche warned us about what that was going to lead to. He said, God is dead, we all know it, we killed him. Like, we don't have that foundation here in the West anymore, this God. Those of us who still do cling to this have to endure all sorts of weird cognitive dissonance. So Nietzsche was worried about nihilism, and he even had this idea of eternal recurrence, which he had some exposure to Eastern thought, but like not a lot, I don't think. I know he whatever, but he talked about eternal recurrence, and he was afraid of nihilism, and he just, if he would have spent more time coming closer to Buddha If he would have had more of opportunity, he would have been a great Buddhist teacher, but instead he was this angry, sick, crazy guy. So why was I talking about him? Because morality, nihilism, God, we have no foundation. So we need these practices. We need to go see for ourselves, and we need to become mindful of our own emotions. Because as is suggested in this sutra, I can't remember the name, but Buddha talks about how by noticing how other people's actions feel in our heart, when someone's rude, someone's greedy when someone does this, it gives us a bad feeling. So we know that we shouldn't act in a similar way because we'll give other people bad feelings. Same goes with harm. We don't harm other beings because we know that we fear death. We don't want to get hurt. So why would we hurt other beings? We know we're causing that. So here, instead of God commanding us, we take the wheel. We start to guide because we care about karma. We know cause and effect in this whole web of relations. We love, we have compassion, we wish the best, we have loving kindness. So these are new foundations for our morality. It doesn't come from a God, it comes from us verifying, from knowing our own hearts, knowing other people's hearts. And one of the superpowers mentioned in the suttas is the ability to understand what people think and to say, you're thinking this and not otherwise. So that is possible. I'm going to stop rambling, but I love Pure Land and Zen. I strive with self-power to understand. I meditate, clear my mind, and do what I can. On the other hand, I fall into the arms of infinite light. I exert myself, I make mistakes, I fall into Buddha remembrance, Buddha recollection, Buddha nusmriti. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's that Pali word. Maybe it's Sanskrit. But it means recollection of the Buddha. It's like a type of mindfulness. We bring Buddha to mind. We feel comfortable. We feel happy. Buddha's awesome. Buddha's seen the truth. And that recollection makes us joyful. We experience rapture. Our bodies grow calm. A calm body is conducive to focus, awareness, to right thinking. So there, that is actually the end. Shut it off.